Welcome back to the Pluto sphere,
connecting decentralized technology to the global economy.
We are here to bring you the latest information from the leading commanders of the crypto space.
This week, we're welcoming our guests, Ralph Jertis and Stan Stolberg, the founders of ScaleSwap.
Thanks so much for coming onto our channel, Ralph and Stan. We're super excited to hear about ScaleSwap, a fully decentralized IDO platform harnessing the power of advanced layer 2 scaling protocol. These guys are trailblazers in setting new standards for DeFi 2.0.
Your goal is to create a launchpad with fast transactions and low gas fees guaranteed. And I believe that we're moving into a very, very exciting time for you guys. So I think it'd probably be really good to start if you guys could just give us a quick elevator pitch on ScaleSwap and what ScaleSwap does for its users.
ScaleSwap, so we declare ourselves also as the first fair launchpad. So one of the big differentiators next to the technology that we are building on layer 2 Polygon, that we try to value the community in a different way. Also, the entry hurdles for launchpads are pretty high. You know, you have to hold, I don't know how many thousands of tokens that you're getting into certain tiers and stuff like this. You know, we want to bind this whole thing more to the loyalty of our community, you know, and less from a budget perspective. So what value they also bring to us, to our platform, and to the projects that are also launching. And so we developed the Scale Score. It's a 360-degree loyalty scoring system, which has effectively 6 dimensions and not only one. And with this, the whole loyalty of our community members is measured over time, so they can improve their score over time. The more loyal they are to our platform, to our token, but also to the projects that are launching on our platform. And maybe Stan, you can elaborate a little more on the technical side, on the layer 2.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, thank you, ladies, for inviting us. So Ralph spoke about about the loyalty system, about the community, and I indeed believe that the community is the core. It's even more important than technology.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, technology has to be also solid, right? Because if you don't have technology, then community will get stressed and nobody will love you. Therefore, our goal is also to create very solid technology. So in essence, we have different layers of blockchain networks. We call Ethereum layer 1. So everybody calls this as layer 1. And this is indeed the oldest smart contract blockchain with solid proof technology. But Ethereum has a problem. As you said, very high gas fee. So basically, to transfer some tokens on Ethereum, it costs you maybe 50 euros or even more. If you transfer to a smart contract, even 100, even more. And this is not really cool, especially for, let's say, guys who are not yet millionaires. And therefore, the whole community is crying to have this other solutions, but with Ethereum, Ethereum security. And one of these solutions is Polygon. Let's say it's exactly a copy of Ethereum, but Polygon has checkpoints synchronizing the state of the whole network back in Ethereum. Therefore, we can say that Polygon is layer 2 solution. It's the same like Ethereum, but on Polygon you don't pay fees. So the transaction costs nothing. Transactions of tokens cost nothing, and also having the launchpad like ours costs nothing.
Okay, so let's sort of start with the basics. Tell us exactly what a launchpad is, the IDO launchpad that you are launching, and I believe that you guys are actually launching on your own ScaleSwap.
Definitely.
So
Absolutely.
Can you give us an overview of what a launchpad is, and then also go into details on how you expect to be able to launch on your own platforms? Fantastic.
A little bit, let's say, outside from the blockchain world, also with simple words, it's kind of a crowdfunding platform, a little bit kind of a Kickstarter for blockchain-based projects, which have also a token economy. So this is necessary. The token needs to be needs to play an integral part also of the platform or of the ecosystem. It's for pretty early stage ventures, and they are doing pools on our platform, and these pools are like, let's say, the last public funding rounds before getting listed on decentralized exchanges. But the fundraising aspect is only a little piece of the whole story, you know, because we as a launchpad, we support projects in a by far broader manner, and we have by far more effect, let's say, also on their success, because it's kind of sharing also our community with them. It is promoting them, and they get kind of a quality seal, you know, ScaleSwap approved. With our onboarding process, yeah, I think this is the main thing what we are at the moment doing. We also plan to enrich and enlarge our service offering to a more incubating service offering and platform in future. So this is our first step, our go-to-market product. It's called IDO Launchpad, because initial DEX offering, that's the abbreviation IDO. So this means that you are, let's say, going to list on a decentralized exchange. It's pretty often Uniswap still as one of the largest ones. And the step before we are supporting, but as well as also after that listing, it's not a cut line, you know, so it's a partnership.
Yeah. So you're thinking about doing some sort of post incubation as well, just to make sure that they keep boosting in the space.
Absolutely, and our scale score has a native functionality to drive also our community in that direction in a natural way.
Yes, good.
I maybe can add 5 sentences to this, to what Ralph said. So in essence, the IDO Launchpad preparing the community for trading the tokens after. So it's not about really raise money. It's not about this, because this small amount was project raise, or in IDO Launchpad, it cannot cover everything. It's rather about to prepare people to go to decentralized exchanges and to start trading.
To create that FOMO.
You could call this an earlier time of ICO, but yeah, but hype is better. Hype.
Yeah, hype.
Yeah.
I love you guys are really passionate about the community. I think it's fantastic.
Absolutely.
It's everything.
It's our most precious asset, let's say,
yeah.
That you can have. You know, there are a lot of launchpads, but also other projects with very large followings. But the question is how they behave at the end, you know. Are they supporting really your mission, or they are just looking for the next X50, X100 and shortly in out, you know. This is also not what brings sustainable value, you know, not to the projects, not to our platform.
That's the thing. We're seeing it so much in the space at the moment that people are just being greedy when they go to market, you know, and then instead of getting that 50x, 10, you know, however big they can go, they're actually not getting that much, because they've kind of gone with the impression, I can raise all of this money. You know, let's go to market as rich as we can, and as you know, with much wealth in our pockets as possible.
Right.
And actually it's having a bit of an anticlimax effect. So
this is what we experienced in 2017, right? Similar situation with ICO, with markets, and we know, everybody of us know what happens then.
Yeah, exactly.
And I only can hope that this time it will be not like this.
Yeah.
Because this greediness.
It's also in our hands, and this is also what we continuously tell our community. We won't be able to change the system, and it would be also wrong to do that in one step. You know, the first step is more community appreciation and value their contribution and the loyalty.
Yeah.
In further steps, we plan to make IDOs also more sustainable. This is also, I know, a very bold statement by us, but it's really on our roadmap, because IDOs should be here to stay, you know, and not just being a hype wave of some months, you know, and then it's again off, you know. Or also considering a bear market, would these kind of IDOs at the moment work in a bear market? I think there's only one answer to that question, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, funnily enough, I was going to ask you, how do you feel about coming to market right now? Because obviously we've had such a fantastic run of this market currently. What's your opinion on coming to market at this point?
It's a good market situation. I think we are pretty experienced founders, and we all know, you know, that it's up and down, you know, and in every cycle. And our target is to be prepared for the bear market, and for these, and then real quality counts, you know. And you will never have to, or no longer have the target of these 50x day one or even 10 minutes, you know.
Yeah.
The most important thing is, what is the company doing in 1 year, in 2 years, you know? Are they successful? Do they have adoption, you know? And then the token price comes automatically.
So you guys have just implemented NFTs into your project. How's that been? How have you been using NFTs in your project?
We created 3 tiers of NFTs. The orange diamond NFTs, the blue diamond NFTs, and 1 red diamond NFT. These are, by the way, also
how many blues and oranges were there?
20 orange, 2 blues, and 1 red diamond. And these have somehow equally an art piece attached to it, but also a functionality.
Okay.
So it's kind of a hybrid NFT. And the majority we are doing with giveaways for our early community backers. The first campaign already was done. So, and the effect, let's say, from an orange diamond is that you have a wild card for our own SCAR token pool, which is upcoming in less than 2 weeks. And the blue one has a wild card for 5 pools at choice.
Oh, fantastic!
So pretty high functionality already. And the red diamond will be something very special, and it might get a pretty epic event, if I can speak that out loud.
Amazing.
Again, I can't reveal everything.
But you cannot reveal now.
But it will have very strong functionality effect on our platform for eternity, so timely unlimited. Also for future services, what we will provide even in future, not only on our Launchpad. So you can't even derive the value yet, you know. And the artwork should be equally valuable. And I can only say we have a real top NFT artist who is at the moment preparing the artwork for this one. Name will be released.
I can see the excitement in Stan's face as you're saying that.
yeah, because it was a long story with this NFT, and especially with the artist, and how we spoke about this and selected. It was a more Ralph wish to do this with this kind of artist, because for me it was something new, I must admit. I was not so big fan of digital art. But now I am.
Yeah,
now he is.
How long do we have to wait until we get to find out?
Not long. We will reveal that, I would guess, in less than a week.
Oh wow.
And there will be an auction for the red diamond. So everything else will be given away, but there will be a huge auction for the red diamond.
Fantastic.
And we will release the details very soon.
Wonderful.
Keep watching.
Yeah, definitely. So we've spoken about ScaleSwap, which is fantastic. We absolutely love the project, of course. What about you guys? So based in Switzerland and Germany, tell us about living there, because obviously we know that Switzerland, you've got the absolute crypto space. what is it called? The Valley, the Zuko, I think.
Crypto Valley.
Crypto Valley.
Crypto Valley.
Crypto Valley. Is it called Zuko?
It's
Zuko. Okay. So you're based in Crypto Valley and you can pay taxes with crypto.
Yeah.
Tell us about that. How long's it been implemented? And do you know anyone that is doing that at the moment?
I think a lot of people will do it because a lot of people in Zug, it's not that big, right? So it's a rather small town, especially if you're on a global measurement, you know. But I think a lot of the people here locally are heavily involved in the crypto and blockchain sphere. So I believe a lot we will definitely pay their taxes also in crypto. I will most likely do it as well. But it's now the first time that it's allowed. So it's not so long time ago that it was decided. But even beforehand, you know, you were able to pay specific governmental fees with crypto. And this is already years back, you know.
Yeah.
So this is a little sign also of adoption, and that also other towns, countries can follow this. These are the little steps what crypto also needs for adoption. So really cool step.
Definitely. I think the sooner that governments get on board with this and start implementing it instead of, you know, fighting it, some governments we see that are fighting it at the moment, the quicker that people do start adopting and getting on board, it's just going to open so many doors for so many people.
Absolutely. And coronavirus, by the way, helped on this because now everybody sitting at home and doing the digital work all the day, and you play with these things.
I
right?
think that's what I think that's what everyone's worried about, that as soon as everything does open back up, everything's going to close, and people are, that's it, they're going to put their laptops down, they're going to put their phones down and forget about crypto. But I'm hoping we've passed that barrier where people will forget about it now.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got friends that sort of just leave their laptop on all day. They go to work and they're sat there mining from their laptop. And you know, and that is increasing. The more people that I discuss mining, and I know we're not a fan of staking here, but also staking, people are doing it as like a second job. You know, they really are transferring over into this amazing world.
Yeah,
it's amazing. Do you know what? It would be really interesting if you guys could let us know actually how your journey started off in the crypto sphere. I know it's been a long, quite a long road, really, like in reality. So yeah, if you could just tell us a little bit about how you guys got involved.
So my background is in research in physics. So I'm a physicist by my background, but then I worked in corporate long time, in banks, in insurance industry, in IT management. And I realized it's a bit boring, turning digital entrepreneur. And 2017, in the first run of blockchain hype, let's call it like this.
Yeah.
I also had another project called PhotoChain. We met with Ralph at that time. Ralph was an advisor at PhotoChain and tried to make it a success. Unfortunately, we started in very bad market. It was this time where the whole market was absolutely on the ground, and therefore it was difficult because of this. But nevertheless, the product is launched, PhotoChain, so I was able to execute this part. And beginning of this year, because we are friends with Ralph on personal level, we are always in contact, and we had, or Ralph more even had the idea of ScaleSwap, and then so it started.
And my journey was also, I was also coming more from the corporate world, more than 10 years with Novartis, this large pharmaceutical company, then more transformed to SAP consulting, managing SAP projects. Later on, also the entrepreneurial heart was beating too loud to overhear that. I then founded my own company. It was a consulting company, also SAP and management consulting, and it grew pretty strong. So with several subsidiaries in Germany, Portugal, US. 2016, then I saw that potential, and not yet of blockchain, but from the digital world, you know, and digital transformation and stuff like this, and also emerging technologies, AI, ML, and also blockchain. And so I decided to have an exit then in 2016 and make a deep dive, let's say, into the emerging tech world, into the startup world. And I didn't decide yet where to focus, but I have a pretty large following on LinkedIn. And I had somewhere on my profile, I'm interested in blockchain, and somewhere that I'm a startup advisor. And somehow the algorithms of LinkedIn, especially in that hyped ICO phase, I got daily 10 requests. Do you want to be our ICO advisor? And I had no clue what ICO means, you know, so I had to Google that.
I think everyone's done that. Everyone's done that at some point.
And when I received, I think, the 10th request, I said, yes, I am your ICO advisor, you know, but tell me what I have to do.
So it really was a deep dive, a very deep dive.
Right. So I was doing it full time, and I had maximum 4 projects in parallel.
Wow.
So it was a pretty intense work, and there was most of the time kind of the right-hand man or the wingman of the CEOs, you know, of these ventures.
It shows how quickly you can just adopt into this space. It just comes like an avalanche. One minute you have no clue what's going on and you're Googling what ICO means, and the next minute you're quitting your job, you're entering the crypto space, and that's you done. That's you done in the real world.
Absolutely. And I entered into the NFT space pretty early. So I had a look in my emails. I got the first confirmation from OpenSea that I bought an NFT in June to 2019.
Oh, wow.
Super early.
I was ahead of the time.
How much did you pay for your NFT back in 2019?
Oh, it was not cheap. It was from a space game, you know. It was a spaceship.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember it 100%, but I can't say it in Ether, because now you would say, oh, he paid 50,000. But back to that time, you know, Ether was a completely different price.
If you're saying that you've got a spaceship NFT that we don't have, I think we need to get Blake onto you and get her bidding for that spaceship. We definitely need that in our collection.
Do you still have it? Do you still have it, or have you got rid of it in the meantime?
Unfortunately not.
Oh.
But I have still hundreds of other NFTs back from 2019. It also went into 2020, where I was pretty active in that area.
Yeah.
But then I refocused and was completely it caught my attention, the whole decentralized finance world. And also I'm a DAO enthusiast since the very beginning. So I'm also advisor to Metis DAO, which will have their IDO tomorrow, IEO and IDO. So it's a combined one. And I'm there also very proud with working again together with Meta, so CTO of Casper Labs.
Fantastic.
Who recently had their token launch as well. So we are the only 2 advisors on the board of Metis. It's pretty funny.
If you guys could say just one thing that you're both each most excited about ScaleSwap, what would it be?
Community. Yeah, we have the best community and we are really proud of it.
And we are creating the best technology for this community.
Absolutely. And I'm proud of Stan for sure.
Wonderful. Well, thank you very much for coming on, guys. And thank you to all of our Plutonauts for watching. Make sure you give us a like,
give us a share, and subscribe.
Thank you very much, ladies. Nice to meet you.
Thank you very much for having us.